Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy. Children, as you all know, this is your value education session and we are on session number 3. And as you all know, we have started universal possibility. In our previous video, we have started universal possibility and the first universal possibility being heroic. So children, first of all, we just recall what we have learned in our previous session. Being heroic means it's not a physical hero or not a physical strength. We are not talking about physical strength, but we are talking about our mental and spiritual strength. So heroic means having the qualities of a hero, such as bravery. Maybe on your daily walk, you see a house on fire and you run into the flames repeatedly to save the family and their pets, including the fish. That's heroic. We are talking about the bravery and courage. We are talking about to become a truth seeker. We are talking about being hero, not a coward person. So children, today we are going to start our session because we have discussed some situation in our previous video. As I have shown you some images about the situations. So children, today in this session, I am going to again show you few images and we will discuss that what we will do in this situation. How can we develop our this skill, that is being heroic? It means we have to develop courage, we have to develop to speak truth, and we have to develop this quality of being side of the poorest and suppressed people. So children, we will start this session and I am going to show you that being heroic means that you do not have any armor or any shield to protect yourself, but you have the truth and truth will deliver you from all your sickness and for all your mental sickness and your physical sickness also. So children, in our day-to-day life, how can we awaken our heroic spirit within? Let us explore some examples as we have discussed about Kripa. And she was in the class and the teacher gave a new topic for the assignment and some children were started cripping. But Kripa thought that she was taken as a challenge. And here the first situation we have discussed, that in the playground where some physically fit or physically healthy or strong people are beating over here a very weak child, then she stood against that act. So children, we have discussed both situation, what we will do. We have discussed in the online classes also. So children, today we are going to start with a new situation. After this situation, after this discussion, we just saw 3 examples from Kripa's life. Think of and share similar example from your own life where you face challenges courageously. So we will talk about these examples in our online classes. Okay children, now here you can see, by having the courage to face challenges, physical, mental and moral challenges. Now here you can see children in this image, thus I too can awaken my possibility of being heroic. Here, when we talking about the example of Kripa, in the adverse situation, she stood a step forward to protect that weak child. She has taken the challenge of assignment also. Now, in both situations, she acted positively, she acted courageously. We too awaken our quality of being heroic because Kripa is not an alien. She is only and only a girl like us. In that situation, what we will do? That time, our reaction will give the answer. Children, when we are facing these type of the situation, we have to be very particular about our thought. Our thought should be positive in that situation. You have to give the correct answer and you have to be stay with your ideals. Your ideal must be honesty, truthfulness, and courage. And with courage, Kripa stood against these boys. So, here, children, you can see Anu is right, so I must stand by her. Now, whenever the situation are coming in your life where you have to choose one candidate or one person, always stand by the side of the correct person. Don't mingle yourself in public because there are many followers, those who are not knowing the truth of that person. But you have to realize, you have to find out the reality of that person, and after that, you should follow. Now, children, here you can see the third situation in an argument in a school. Anu is right, so I must stand by her. Now, here you can see, Kripa, how can you take Anu's side? You are our friend. You should support what we say. These are moral challenges. These are moral challenges. And we have discussed about physical challenges and mental challenges, but these are moral challenges. Children, when you are in this type of situation, you have to be very particular about your ethics, your moral. ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर आदमी जो आपका फ्रेंड है वो हमेशा सच ही बोले या वो कोई अच्छी ही बात करे, वो गलत भी हो सकता है। तो आपको यहाँ पे जजमेंटल होना पड़ेगा। You have to take the side of the correct person. Don't stand with your friend, those who are continuously telling you lie or making some stories or something they are doing which is not good. Always and always stand with that person who is correct. Okay, children? So, in these three situations, Kripa reacted very well. She performed very well because she knew that these universal possibility. And in her character, you can see she developed these quality. After Kripa, let's meet Sohan. Kripa, like you, we met. And now we are going to meet Sohan. Sohan acts with honesty and integrity, irrespective of the consequences. Okay, it means सोहन ने बहुत ही ऑनेस्टली और बहुत ही इम्पार्शली वर्क किया या एक्ट किया सारे सिचुएशंस में. Now let's see first situation. During a test, when the teacher gets called out of class, I won't copy even if all others copy. So children, I am going to read the thinking of Sohan at the time of test. I won't copy even if all others copy. I want to deserve the marks I get. Now children, here you can see the situation is not very simple because this is a class test. And when the children, when the teacher move out from the class, so other children were started cheating or asking to one another. But here meet Sohan. He did not like to cheat. He did not like to copy from others. Why? Why? This is the big question for us. Being a student, we have to be very honest. Honest in our all work, whatever we are doing. Don't copy from others. Children, we can take one example, very common example. So we are giving children nowadays online test. And in this online test, teacher is not always observing you. And you are sitting inside your house and you are giving your test online. So this is the time when you have to check your honesty. How much you are honest. If you are taking advantage of these online tests, so it means that you are not honest student. Being a student, you should honest in your studies and you should honest to give test. Tests are only and only your, you can say, the condition in which you are going to perform whatever you have learned. It is not based on your marks. It is only and only test for your capability and your accessibility. So children, here you can see this boy Sohan has taken very strong step that everybody in this image you can see they were cheating, but he stood a very strong step and he said, I won't copy even if all others copy. I want to deserve the marks I get. Whatever the marks I'll get, I will be very happy because these marks only and only based on our honesty. अभी यहाँ पे सिचुएशन ऐसी है कि बच्चे कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, आप घर में बैठे हुए हैं और टेस्ट हम आपसे लेते हैं, आपको ऑनलाइन पेपर सेंड करते हैं और बहुत सारे बच्चे उसमें चीटिंग भी करना शुरू कर देते हैं. बेटा, सबसे बड़ी चीज़ हमें ये समझनी है कि अभी तो हम ऑनलाइन टेस्ट ले रहे हैं, लेकिन आगे चल के आपके जीवन में, आपकी लाइफ में बहुत सारे ऐसे टेस्ट हैं जिसमें आपकी ये चीटिंग नहीं चल पाएगी. तो प्लीज़, it is my request, don't develop this bad habit. You have to be very, very much aware about that what are you doing. आपको पता है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपका कॉन्शियस आपको बोलता है it is wrong. But you are taking advantage of online test. Here the situation where Sohan is facing, that he is sitting inside that classroom and test is going on and teacher has moved out from the class for some reason, and the children, here you can see, they are starting cheating. They have started cheating. But Sohan, very adamant, very determined about his honesty, and he is not interested in these type of activity. Children. Now you can see next one. Another time when Sohan loses his father's favorite book in his school. Father will be very angry. Don't tell him you took the book. He will never come to know. I don't want to hide things from father. I am very sorry, father. Now here, children, one situation, the next situation you can see that a Sohan, this is a boy, and he lost his father's favorite book in the school. And his friend, here you can see, suggested that don't go to tell your father that you lost his favorite book. But here Sohan is very much adamant, or you can say determined about his honesty, and he never spoke lie with his father. That is why he was thinking that I will never tell lie to my father. वो नहीं चाहता था कि वो अपने फादर से झूठ बोले. हाँ, उसने वो बुक खो दी, लेकिन वो जाकर सही सही बात अपने फादर को बताना चाहता है. आपको इस सिचुएशन में क्या लगता है, आप क्या करेंगे? What will you do? So children, these are the example I am showing you. Sohan's example. You have to be copy these examples in your life, because the statement and the action of the Sohan is going to give you a new light in your life. Because two situation here you can see, these are the trials of your life. These are all spiritual trials, because in trial you will get success if you believe in yourself, if you have courage to speak the truth, if you have courage to act honestly. So honesty is not an easy thing, children. It is a really, really tough thing. यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं कि क्लास में सब चीटिंग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ये बच्चा सोहन बहुत एडमेंट है कि मैं जो लिखूँगा वही मुझे नंबर मिलेंगे, और whatever I am deserving the marks, it is okay. एंड यहाँ पे सोहन को देखिए, उसने बुक खो दी है अपने फादर की, बहुत ही फेवरेट बुक है उनकी, लेकिन फिर भी वो हमेशा इस बात पे एडमेंट है कि वो अपने पापा को सही बात जाके बताएगा कि ही लॉस्ट हिज बुक. एंड यहाँ पे सजेशंस हैं कि आप बोल दो, डोंट टेल हिम यू टुक द बुक, ही विल नेवर कम टू नो. फ्रेंड सजेशन दे रहे हैं कि आप बोलो अपने पापा से, या ऐसा शो ही ना करो कि आपने बुक ली थी और पापा को कभी भी पता नहीं चलेगा. But here you can see, because this Sohan has courage, that is why he went to the father and he spoke the truth. I am very sorry, father, I have taken your book and your book was lost. Okay, so he don't want to hide anything. He don't want to tell lie to his father. Don't want to act dishonestly. So these are the trials you will face in your life. You have to be determined about your ethics, about your morals, whatever you have been taught. So children, प्लीज़ रिमेंबर, जब भी ऐसे सिचुएशंस आती हैं तो आपको ऑनेस्टी के साथ, आपको करेज के साथ एक्ट करना है. आपको सोचना है कि हाँ, ये तो है, लेकिन मेरा कॉन्शियस क्या कह रहा है. मेरा कॉन्शियस क्या कह रहा है कि क्या मैं ऐसा करूँगा या करूँगी तो ये अच्छा है मेरे लिए, क्योंकि लाइफ में तो ऐसे बहुत सारे टेस्ट होंगे. तो इट इज़ माई रिक्वेस्ट that you do your work honestly and never speak or never tell lie. Now children, here you can see we have just saw examples from Sohan's life. Think of and share similar example from your own life where you acted with honesty, integrity, irrespective of the consequences. Now children, your integrity irrespective of the consequences, some day or you can say कभी कभी ऐसी सिचुएशन हमारी लाइफ में आती है कि हमें अपनी ऑनेस्टी को पकड़ के रखना होता है. बहुत सारे ऐसे ट्रायल एंड टेम्पटेशंस हैं लाइफ में कि जहाँ पर लगता है कि अब ये नहीं हो पाएगा, लेकिन अगर आप अपने पे बिलीव करते हैं और आप जानते हैं कि ये काम अगर हमने ऑनेस्टली किया तो वी विल अचीव सक्सेस. सो चिल्ड्रन, बी कॉशियस whenever you are acting, whenever you are taking a step. Be cautious or be judgmental of yours about your thought, because you have to be very very alert while doing these type of the acts. हमेशा आपको अपने दिमाग में रखना है कि जब इस तरह की सिचुएशन आपके सामने आती है तो आप प्लीज़ अपने कॉशियस की सुनिए और जो सही हो वही करिए. ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन, ये सारी सिचुएशन इसलिए डिस्कस की जा रही हैं कि ये आपकी स्टूडेंट लाइफ की सिचुएशंस हैं जिसमें आपको करेजसली और ऑनेस्टली वर्क करना है. ओके चिल्ड्रन. So children, here we have seen two situations, and according to the researcher, empathy and compassion for others are key variables that contribute to heroic behavior. People who rush into the help others in the face of danger and adversity do so because they genuinely care about the safety and well-being of other people. So people who engage in acts of heroism have concern and care for the people around them, and they are able to feel what those in need of help are feeling. So children, become a hero in your own eyes, not for the people. According to the heroism researchers Zimbardo and Franco, heroes have two essential qualities. They set them apart from non-heroes. They live by their values and they are willing to endure personal risk to protect those values. As I have discussed with you, that they very much determine about their ethics and morals and their values. Their values and personal belief give them the courage and resolve to endure risk and even danger in order to adhere to those principles. So, heroes are competent and confidence. It takes both skills, self confidence to rush in where others fear to tread. Researchers suggest that people who perform heroic acts tend to feel confident in themselves and their abilities. When faced with a crisis, they have an intrinsic belief that they are capable of handling the challenge and achieving success no matter what the odds. Part of this confidence might stem from above average coping skill and ability to manage stress. Heroes aren't afraid to face fear. A person who rushes into the burning buildings to save another person is not just extraordinary brave, he or she also possesses an ability to overcome fear. So, the fear of being beaten, fear of being blamed, they already overcome by these fears. In many cases, these individuals may also have a higher tolerance for risk. Plenty of caring and kind people might shrink back in the face of danger. Those who do leap into the action are typically more likely to take greater risk in multiple aspects of their lives. Heroes keep working on their goals. Even after multiple setbacks, persistence is another quality commonly shared by heroes. So, children, the decision to act heroically is a choice that many of us will be called upon to make at some point in time. But conceiving of heroism as a universal attribute of human nature, not as a rare feature of the few heroic elect. Heroism becomes something that seems in the range of the possibility for every person, perhaps inspiring more of us to answer that call. So, children, here you can see these are the heroic personality and the number of skills you have to build that can boost your hero characteristic. Building empathy, becoming competent and skilled, and being persistent in face of the obstacle are all abilities you can work on over time. By doing so, you can improve your ability to help others and come through in times of need. So, children, very cautious when you are facing these type of the situation in your life, and in this time you have to show courage. So, children, we will talk more about this quality being heroic in our next session. So, children, please be very practical whenever you are facing these type of the obstacle in your life, these type of the situation in your life, and be honest in all the time. So, children, you must start thinking like a hero. Let go of your ego. A real hero knows that their action might go unnoticed, and that's okay. Make sure that you are trying to be a hero for the right reason. You need to be willing to help people who might not even know you have intervened on their behalf. You have to be focused more on the feeling you get from doing the good deed than receiving praise. Find joy in seeing the smiles on others people's faces. Think about how you would feel having a good deed done for you that will help you connect to the joy or change you create in another person's life. Initiate the change you want to see. A true hero isn't all talk. A true hero is constantly thinking about how they can take action and help others. You may be inspired to be a hero of the certain cause or issue, or you may try to be a hero for someone in need. For example, if you are passionate about the environment, don't just preach to people that they should recycle. Try to start an environmental club at your school to get your friends to help you build a compost bin in your backyard. Now, here, children, if put others behalf of yourself, it means think about other people's needs before considering your own. When you are making decision at work or at home, take some time to think about how your action will affect someone else. For example, if you take the day off of work, what kind of workload will that put on your co-workers? Remember that everyone thinks differently. What seems comfortable or easy for you might not seem that way to the other people. You might feel really confident going to a karaoke night with a bunch of the stranger. Children, be ready to act when others are passive. It means people lead busy lives. Often a typical person is so focused on themselves, they don't notice or care to act when someone is wrong. A hero will be willing to take action and confront injustice straight on. Children, stick up for a friend, classmate, or co worker you feel is being treated unfairly. Buy a meal for the homeless person everyone keeps walking by on the street. Notice the underdog or the less fortunate and give them a helping hand. You can also focus on creating safe spaces for individuals who suffer from injustice or prejudice. This could be advocating for the space on your campus for students or a club for women of color to network and connect. So, children, acting like a hero, perform random acts of kindness. A hero does not just intervene when they see wrong being done. A true hero where they do good at any time. This might mean taking some extra time out of your day to perform a good deed. You can do anything from paying for the coffee and the person behind you in line of the coffee shop to helping some lost tourists find their way around the city. Other random acts of kindness you can do include ranking your neighbors, leaves from them, helping to pay a student's tuition, buying lunch for the anyone, washing a friend's car for them, buying grocery for someone in need, taking an elderly neighbor to an appointment. So these are the things, these are the very common thing that we can do. Volunteer your time. It means there are many charities and non-profit organizations across the country that volunteers. It means help build houses, these type of the very great act, but we can do little things for others. So you can simply donate something to poor people or those who are working for the poor people. So these are the heroic act, children. volunteer your talent, and ask someone if they could use some help. So children always ready to help others. These are the qualities of hero. We will discuss more situation with you in our next session. So children, till then, bye bye and take care.